And it goes a little something like
Hey indies, welcome back to my channel. Ashante here. So I am back with another branding video, affordable branding for 2021, you guys. So I'm back again with my Cricut machine, and I am about to put my brand logo on my wall, and I want to put it on a backdrop downstairs in my garage. So I'm going to do this, and I want to show you guys how I did it. You guys know I am all about affordable branding, branding on a budget. You know, as being an independent designer, a lot of this comes out of my pocket, so I am trying to cut costs in every way that I can. And so instead of me going to buy a big illuminated sign or one of those lit up signs or whatever, I am going to use my Cricut machine to do this logo, honey. So I'm going to show you guys what materials I used, and then we're going to just go ahead and start with this process. Now, I did have one of my friends to break down my logo for me, go ahead and position it at the size that I wanted it to be. So my logo is going to be 50 inches wide. That is about the width that I want on my wall and the backdrop downstairs. So I got my logo split up into 4 pieces from that 50 inches wide. Okay, so it's already been broken down. What I'm going to do is show you guys the materials that I use, just the quick little process, and you can do this for yourself, you guys. Before I get into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the 8,000 subscribers. You guys have no idea how excited I am to have you here. Welcome to the indie family. If you guys are not a part of my Facebook group, make sure you click the link down below in the subscription box. My Facebook group is Indie Fashion Creators by Ashante. It is a community of amazing independent designers who are just out here flourishing, and aspiring designers who are trying to become a brand, grow their brands, and are trying to get this thing going. So make sure you guys hit the link down below in the description box, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright you guys, so I'm going to be starting with my Cricut machine, and I have my Surface Pro, which already has Cricut set up on here. I am going to be using permanent, this is Oracle, okay, this is permanent vinyl. I got this from IMOVIE in Atlanta. And then I have some Caesar, I want to say that's how I say her name. This is transfer tape, and then I have another one that I got from IMOVIE as well, the vinyl company. So the only materials that you're going to need to make this happen is going to be computer, your Cricut, your vinyl, and you need some transfer tape. Alright you guys, so what I'm just doing here is prepping my vinyl to lay onto my Cricut mat. Now these are the 2 supplies that I did not name that you're going to need, but if you are already using the Cricut machine, then you should be familiar with the Cricut Mat and the Cricut Tools. But what I did was go ahead and prep the vinyl on the mats so that I could go ahead and run them through. Now if you're cutting more than one logo, like your vinyl is usually going to use probably about 2 or 3 mats. So if you have multiple mats, it usually works. That way you can just run them all through the machine at one time. And once those tools, once the vinyl is ready to come out, I just go ahead and unload it from the Cricut machine, and then you're going to go ahead and grab your Cricut Tools, and just go ahead and start weeding out your vinyl. Now, because your logo is probably going to be super big, it's going to be really easy to weed out, but it's also going to waste a lot of vinyl, so that is something to just be mindful of. You're probably going to waste some vinyl. Now, the logo was positioned the way that it needed to be positioned for me to get the best cut. So it's going to probably come out a little I want to say out of order, and you're just going to have to piece them back, but it will be the correct size. So if you have your graphic designer or whoever to cut or slice the image down into the correct measurements, it should all balance and equal out. So now all I'm doing is just taking my ruler. I wanted it to make sure that the cut was really fine, just because Cricut, you know, cut some of the vinyl pieces really close. And so once I cut down the vinyl pieces, I'm going to go ahead and grab my transfer tape and start cutting out my pieces for it to be applied to the wall. Now, I was trying not to waste transfer tape. You guys know this stuff can get really expensive sometimes, but just do the best you can. It's best to just get one big sheet. I think that was about a 2-yard sheet or something like that. So I ended up using the whole entire thing. So I think total I used about 4 12 by 24 sheets of permanent vinyl. And now I'm just going to take the smudger. It's another Cricut tool. It's really great for transferring vinyl to, you know, something like the wall, the cups, or anything like that. It gets it really flat, and that's what you really want. The key to getting this onto the wall, you guys, is to make sure that you've pressed it really flat. It's really stuck onto the tape before you transfer it into the wall. And it's really a pressing game. That's it. So now I'm going to just take my measuring tape, and I wanted to just lay out where I wanted it on my wall. I centered it as best I can. You guys, I am not a professional. I am just simply somebody that wanted the logo on the wall. If you guys know a better way, feel free to leave a comment down below. We would love the tips. Now I'm just going to just kind of position it, and I just wanted to make sure that it would be somewhat centered. And now I'm going to go ahead and peel it from the transfer tape, and it's really easy to peel off. And now you just want to make sure you create enough markings to get it on there as center as possible. I think I did a pretty decent job, you guys, but you know, it gave me a run for my money, I ain't gonna lie. So when you're peeling off your transfer tape, it's just really important for you to make sure that your vinyl is laying flat and it is pressed into the wall. Make sure it's pressed. If it's not pressed, it'll start to peel up. So I did find myself pressing it a couple times, and I want to say the next day when I went into the room, I didn't see anything peeling off the wall, so it's still holding up. And I want to say it's been about 2 weeks now since I recorded this video. So take my other pieces, and I'm going to start just laying that out as well, just making sure it's positioned and it's centered And you guys, it's really just a wash, rinse, and repeat of the same steps until you get your entire logo on the wall.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
You guys, so this is pretty much how I did my DIY wall logo using my Cricut machine. The supplies were probably about $15 total. It wasn't expensive at all, you guys, and honestly it makes for some really great photo ops, branding, TikToks, reels, just the whole nine, to be honest. And like I said, it didn't cost me much to do it. So if you got a Cricut machine and you have been wanting to do this for yourself, it's really easy to do. If you guys are loving this type of videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend. Make sure you join my sewing family on Facebook, Indie Fashion Creators by Ashante. Until next time, you guys, stay happy, stay hungry, and stay blessed. Peace.